Mr. Popular and Friends. Well, alrighty. Thanks for stopping on by. Yeah, we're on YouTube there, Mike. Way to go. I think you're the only person who follows me in all 4 channels, Mike. Anyway, let's get this out of here. All right, so is the YouTube live? Can everybody see the screen on YouTube? Now, for those of you on your phones or your tablets or whatever, it is available on YouTube. You can actually watch it on your TV if you have Comcast or Xfinity. So you can go to your browser on your television, go to YouTube, and look up The 10-Minute Trader. I follow on all except YouTube. What is the YouTube channel? Wavy Baby Bone. What are you looking at, brother? I'm looking at Mosaic, M-O-S. Mosaic, that's a nice company. It's been increasing their dividends consistently. Roscoe, I'm not seeing the screen on YouTube. Should be there. Let's take a quick gander. Okay, jump on over to that10minutetrader.com. Okay, for those of you who don't know, that10minutetrader.com behind me. This screen right here is being live broadcast on YouTube. Come over here to YouTube. Go to my channel, which is that10minutetrader.com. You found it, Roscoe? All right, I was going to say live. And there it is. Oh, look at this, 2 of them. All right, so this one is live on the phone, and this one is live on the screen. So you get your choice. Which one do you want to watch? That being said, let's get out of there. Let's go back to here. I found it. What's the most you have made on a dividend? That's a strange question. See, I've been doing this for so long, I don't really keep track. Okay, but I could tell you this year, I think Walgreens was the best this year. Okay, Walgreens and Macy's are my 2 top ones this year. If that helps, I'm not 100% sure. But let's get back to where we were. Okay. Whoops. No. Uh-oh. I got to sign in. Hey, I'm Jose. Oh, no. Another one. All right, I need this account that's about to pop up because that's what has all the fun stuff on there. All right, so while we're waiting for that one to pop up, let's take a quick gander at Mosaic. Now, the reason why I like Mosaic, other than they've increased their dividends for a long period of time, look at the number. I can buy it first thing Monday morning, $30.48. $30.50 is going for 91 cents. That's almost 3%. Do you think they are going to raise instead of cut rates? I don't know. I'm assuming IDK is I don't know, or I do know. I do know? I have no idea what they're going to do. I really don't pay attention to it, because when I was a young lad in my 30s and 40s, I paid 12 and 13% to buy a house. So this 6 and 7% crap really doesn't bother me at all. I'll borrow as much money as anyone will lend me at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. Really don't care. I make over 50% per year. So if I'm borrowing at 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11 or 12%, I really don't care. One of my stocks went up 43%. Very happy. I got lucky yesterday. Okay, very unexpected skyrocket. Nothing wrong with that. The question is, Jose, did you take the profit? Because it's not a profit until you take it. Okay, let's go back to Mosaic. Let's run through the numbers, see how it looks. We're only down to 112. Oh, you guys got to share a little bit more. All right, a year ago we were at 42.22. Good for you, Jose, because it ain't a profit. Ain't a profit until you take it. Is this options trading? All God-giving rights retained. Cool beans. Yes, it is options trading. We're about to get there in a couple of seconds. Okay, so Mosaic a year ago was at 42.25. The high for the year was 44.05. Okay, closed out the year 36.38. Bottomed out with a triple bottom at 29.34. Check it out. Triple bottom right there. Love it. All right. Last 90 days. We'll go to the 27th. The the 27th, right about there. Okay, last 90 days. Here we go. 90 days ago today. It's 3 months ago. Okay, 3 months ago. We opened up at 33.23. There's your 90-day bottom right there, double bottom 29.25, 29.30. Okay. From there, our top for the 90-day period, 33.43. See, there's our high. Here's our low. Here's where it was 90 days ago. Here's where it is now. Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, so let's look at seasonality. Oh, wait a minute, 30 days. Last 30 days, okay? 30 days ago, here we are. Your 30-day top, 30-day bottom was on Thursday. What does that tell you? We had a green day on Friday. If we get another green day, if the market maker opens up Monday morning, I'm going to write this one down. If market maker opens up Monday morning on the high side, that's going to be a definite jump in for me. For me. I can't tell anyone else what to do, but for me, that's a jump in. Your 30-day high, bouncing off a 30-day bottom right here. 1 day to the upside. I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. Okay, so look at seasonality. What is that? How does this thing normally react every single year? Okay, for those who don't know, the blue line represents this year. Okay, the blue line's this year. The red line represents 10 years worth of data. That's 2014 to 15, 16, 17, 18, so on and so forth. Okay, 10 years of data, that's the average movement. Okay, so where are we now? Right here where this little blue dot is. Okay, we click on that blue dot, left click, go to the right. Here we go. So we're going to go sideways for about a week, a little bit of a dip back up. Andrew Oliver, back again. You said Macy's and Walgreens both down bad and closing stores. You are making money weekly. How? Oh, Andrew, you know what? We'll take a look at Macy's and Walgreens in a couple of seconds. I'll write them down right now. MWBA. All right. Now Macy's and both Macy's and Walgreens are my biggest earnings for the year. Okay, those are the two companies I make the most money on so far. Right now we're looking at Mosaic. Okay. All right, Mosaic. Back to here. Okay, so if Mosaic stays right where she is, or goes up a little bit on Monday, I'm going to jump in. That's just me. Okay. Now, at the 30/50 is going 91 cents. I'm looking to learn beginner here. All good. Okay. Would like to start with micro accounts. Awesome. That's a great idea. All good. Giving rights retained. AGR. I'll call you AGR. AGR. Okay. Anyway, bring up my calculator. Here we go. Now, if we're looking at a 91-cent premium, okay, see the $30.50 right there is going for 91 cents. If I buy it at $30.48, which is below the 30.50, okay, 91 cents. Okay, so 0.91. I'm going to divide that by the purchase price, $30.48. That'll give me a grand total of 2.98%. What symbol are we looking at? We're looking at Mosaic. M-O-S. Everbless, you're back. Nice to see you again. You've been here before. I remember that name. All right, that being said, I like Mosaic. The numbers work. They got the dividend coming up in 5 weeks. Okay, 5 weeks, a little bit further out than I'd like to go, but the chart is looking good. Well, let's get this out of the way. Okay, we're coming off of 30-day high, 30-day bottom here, green day on Friday, another green day on Monday. That's a jump in for me. That's just, basically that way. All right, so that being said, now somebody wanted to take a look at Macy's and Walgreens. Oh, we're below 100 again. Okay, guys, if we keep staying below 100 by 10 o'clock, we're going to reboot. Andrew, no disrespect, buddy. Just in this for the money. Yeah, I get it. Seth. Hey, James is dividend champion. Yep. If not, what list is on? Ooh, what list is Mosaic on? Is Mosaic a dividend king? Hold on. Let's go find that out. Dividend. Crap. Here we go. This one has all the lists on it. MOS. All right, there's MOS right there. 31st of May. So let's see. Is it on the Dividend Kings list? Dividend Kings. Nope. Dividend Aristocrats? Nope. Dividend Champions? Nope. Oh, what the heck is Mosaic? 100-year-old companies? Nope. My old list? Mosaic, right there. All right, it's on my old list, which I don't remember exactly what the title is. Jose, hello. Okay, what training? All right. What training do you offer outside demonstrating here? Well, this is introductory one. Okay. Okay. All, AG, AR, AGR. Okay. This is dividend capturing 2.0. It's where you buy the stock, you sell a covered call up against it 10 days before the EX date, and you collect a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That comes to just a little over 50% per year. Okay, after you get this trading strategy down, then you get invited to do the other trading strategy, which can be over 100 to 200% per year. But I don't teach those unless you've proven that you can do this one first. That's just me. Jose, how you doing? Secretariat. Don't believe you will find it anywhere. Well, it's right here, but it's on my old list, so I don't really know the criteria of the old list. Okay, but they have not consistently increased their dividends over past 5 years. Oh my goodness, then why are we looking at it? My dividends came in, have over 100 reinvested every month. Would love to think in weeks. All right, Andrew, just chill. We'll take a look at it. Now, what did he say about Mosaic? Yahoo Finance. Here we go. We're going to look at Yahoo Finance to find out what's the story with Mosaic. Because it's on one of my lists. Okay, so now we're going to look to historical data. Okay, right over here it says historical data. And that gives us all the information from far back as good. Is this a party spot? Hey, love to hike. How's it going? Okay, now for you guys who don't know, Love to Hike and I are going to do a Zoom call later on this evening to go over a spreadsheet that looks really cool if you guys want to join in. But that's going to be after the broadcast, probably like 11:30, 11:45, somewhere in that area, because he's over in California. I remember we talked about Mosaic before, thought it was on your list. Oh, it is on one of my lists. Remember, I got like 7 or 8 lists. Blackie McGee, VOO, and chill. I'm going to have to disagree with you. Love to Hike. Now that's here. Here it is. Okay, wait a minute. Love to Hike. Now that you're here, it is. Okay, I get it now. That's part of the conversation. Can we check out Clorox, CLX? CLX, yep, CLX. We'll get to it. VOO. I don't know why you want to look at VOO. Okay, VOO has always been a no. Okay. Okay, so we want to take a look at historical prices, dividends only, okay, into the trade grid, not the trade grid, what do you call it? Historical performance. We call that the data chain. Okay, 21, 20, 15, 11, 8. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay, see, she paid one dividend, 23. Okay, nobody. What do you think about options for income? Hey, nobody. That's exactly what I do. Options for weekly income. Okay, 5, 3, 12. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, you're absolutely right. Okay, he is. Okay, so it was at 2 cents, went to 5. It was at 5 for a while, to 13, to 25, to 28. Then they dropped it from back in 2017. They went from 28 down to 15. Then they dropped it to 5, 15. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we have to take Mosaic off that list. What about Citigroup as well? Screen behind you looks backwards at our end. Hey, Stoner OG. Stoner OG, this is for you. This screen here is live on YouTube. So if you're looking at your phone, okay, or your iPad or whatever, my suggestion would be to go over to the 10-minute trader, slide on down to where it says social media. You'll see my YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 all those crap. Go over onto YouTube, okay, and then go to live, okay, and there it is right there, okay. See, look at, we were just looking at Mosaic a little while ago, okay. So that is live right now on that screen. So it makes it easier for you to see the numbers, because the numbers are really small. Okay, so let's get out of here. Whoops, nope, don't want that either. I want to go here, slide it on over. Okay, so as much as I do like James, quite a few companies had no choice to deviate dividends over the past 7 years. Doesn't make the play bad. Secretary, you're absolutely correct. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, in order to be a dividend king, a dividend aristocrat, dividend champion, dividend challenger, you have to have 25 years or more of increased dividends. Those are the ones that I like, me personally. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some exceptions. Okay, if it's on Warren Buffett's list, it's an exception. There are other ones, like Ford, General Motors. Those are exceptions. Oh, well, General Motors is on Warren Buffett's list. But anyway, there are some that I do make exceptions for, and those are companies that are usually over 100 years old. Now, Mosaic is over 100 years old. So that's probably why I have it as an exception. Stoner OG, you got it. No problem. All right, so Walgreens. Somebody wanted to say, how did you make money on Walgreens? Well, here we go. Let's take a gander at a few things. YouTube volume is very low. Okay, yeah, because we were having a difficulty with it the other day. How is that? Is that much better? Yeah, we were having a little bit of a problem with the feedback. Okay, the other day we were having a problem with feedback. You still work after these years. You have been invested. You should have a say weekly but monthly. No, Andrew, I don't do monthly. It just doesn't pay for me. Okay, as much money as you think I have, I don't. Really. Okay, you think I have millions? No, I make plenty off of what I have. What I have gives me weekly cash flow, and that weekly cash flow that I get from my little nest egg is enough for me to live comfortably. What's the option strategy? Dividend. Oh, wait a second. Option strategy will be covered calls. Okay, now I do calendar spreads on a different account, and that rate of return is freaking phenomenal, but I don't discuss that here. Here is just a simple trading strategy that I taught my daughter. Blocky McGee. Oh, you set it up for weekly profits. That's smart. Whoa, I'm going to take that as a compliment. Yay for me. Woohoo. Okay, let's take a look at Walgreens because somebody had a question about Walgreens. Okay, so we had a little bit of a challenge when we came up with this strategy. Okay, first of all, my daughter was 9 years old at the time when we came up with it. She wanted to do what Daddy was doing, okay, because I want to be a good dad. You know one of those things when you're a dad, you want to be a good dad. So daughter kept asking, Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy. I said, oh my God, really, girl? So anyway, here's the thing. Siri, why is getting beat down? Dude, I really couldn't tell you. I don't really trade Siri. What does EX stand for? Oh, EX date. That's a good question. I don't know. But the EX date is the last day the stock trades before the dividends paid out. Okay. I don't know. Expiration date, I think. I don't know. Because you can't act. All right. You have to, in order to collect a dividend, Bubba, in order to collect a dividend, you have to buy the stock before the EX date. Okay. Before the EX date. So I'm thinking it could be. Yeah, we're going to look at Citigroup. I always thought it was expiration too, but they just said EX date. Which one? Citigroup. All right, we'll take a look at Citigroup in a little bit. All right, we got a list that we're started. We'll go over them one at a time. Right now, we got somebody curious how I am making money consistently on Walgreens. I believe the ex-date is the ex-wife. Where is weekly dividends? Okay, dude, I have no idea where you got the idea for weekly dividends. All right, so here's how I make weekly money off of Walgreens. Now, you got to ask yourself a couple of questions. Number one is, does it make sense? Okay, so we had 5 criteria we had to meet to create a trading strategy for a 9-year-old. It had to be simple, it had to be safe, predictable, consistent, and no way that she could lose. Okay, so in order to meet that 5 criteria, we had never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Okay, never buy something you do not want to hold long term. If you don't understand it or or it doesn't make any sense to you, don't buy it. That's the rule number 1. Number 2, never sell at a loss. Number 3, 20 years or more of increased dividends. Number 4, weekly options. And number 5, all the numbers have to work. Okay, when I see all the numbers, we go over here and we look at the charts. Okay, very first thing I want to look at is the calendar. When are they paying their dividend? That's the first thing I want to know. Okay, when I know when they're paying their dividend, next thing I want to know is, what am I buying it at? Okay, tomorrow, Monday morning, $17.75 is what I can buy it for. Okay, what is the closest strike price to $17.75? Well, you get the $17.50 or the 18. The $17.50 is going for 41 cents. You subtract 25 cents off of that, and I don't think it's quite enough. That's 16 cents, not enough. But the 18 is going for 18 cents, which is 1%. Okay, that is 1% right there. If I buy it at $17.75 and I sell somebody the right to buy it from me at 18, I'm collecting 1%. Do you release week list on the top picks? Yes, I do. To all those people that are members of my trading group on the 10-Minute Trader. Yep, that is correct also. Hey, you got another people over here on Instagram. Hey, over there on Instagram. So, what we're doing here is, come on, guys. There's only 76 here. If we drop below 60, I'm going to reboot. How do you become a member? Well, that's simple enough. Up here. Okay, see up here where the bio, where my little face is? You click on that, and that will take you to the 10-Minute Trader. Okay, the10minutetrader.com. Slide on down, a couple of videos explain how everything works, okay? And then you have the live trading button. Right there, the live trading button. Click on that, that'll take you to Patreon where you sign up. Okay, so you learn patterns, particular stocks, and play those stocks. I do the same with options. Well, Blackie McGee, that's right. But here's the thing. I only do it with companies that have increased their dividends for 20 years or more. Well, here's the reason. If the stock goes down, because stocks do go down as well as they do go up. So if the stock goes down, I'm at least, bare minimum, getting a higher dividend every single year. Great, thanks. $9 a month isn't bad for some sound advice. I don't have any idea. Where did you get $9 a month from? Okay, so that being said, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, so 5 criteria. Had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. Okay, that's it, because she's 9 years old. Now, remember, when I say my daughter was 9 years old, let me show you a quick little picture. You get for those of you that are new here, you'll get a kick out of this. Okay, now we go to the videos, and we go to the oldest. Okay, here we go. That's when she was, I think she was 11 at this point. Now, as you can see behind her, okay, that's an old whiteboard. And we had to write the calendars in. We had to make a calendar on a whiteboard to show people how to do it. And as you can see, well, that's the little princess explaining it. There's me. I get a kick out of watching me being an idiot back then. But she was only 11. So how do you keep a 9-year-old, 10-year-old interested? Okay. You had to make it fun. So I tried to make it fun, and we did. We had a lot of fun doing it. Now, we did it for a few years before she gets to that teenage stage, like, Blackie McGee. You did your child a great service teaching her dividends and the snowball effect. Yeah, I like to think so. Anyway, out of all my children, she's the only one that's interested in money, which is kind of weird. Okay, so that being said, all right, simple. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, had to be simple. Now I'm drawing a blank. Holy cow. I'm having an OPS moment. Some of you people know what an OPS moment is. Had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. Okay, now, the 5 rules. Number 1, never buy anything you don't want to hold long term because you just might have to. Never sell at a loss. Kind of defeats the purpose. 20 years or more of increased dividends. If the stock goes down, I want to get money coming in. Okay? 20 years of increased dividends. That shows some predictability, consistency, and some historical performance. Weekly options. Well, because I want weekly money. I want money on a weekly basis. So many think that stock is gambling. Well, Blackie McGee, I don't know what to tell you there. And number 5, got to make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by that? Do you try to sell puts at home in your entry? No, because that just confuses the issue. Remember, it had to be simple. She was 9 years old. So I'm not changing the strategy at all. Don't get me wrong. Selling cash secured puts is a great idea. However, it adds a couple more steps. So once you get the simplest, this is the simplest and easiest one there is. Always buy high and sell low. There you go, Long John. Oh, I see. You put weekly spreads on your website. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so here's the thing. It has to be simple. The simplest thing of doing it, if I buy it for $17.75, the closest strike price is the 18. Okay, the 18 is selling for 18 cents a share. That's 1%. Okay, if the stock goes above 18, all right, I'm cashed out at the end of the week, back into cash on Monday, and then I do it again. If it stays below 18, I just keep my stock and take the stock into next week, but I still capture that 1% for the week. And then I take a look at what are the options for next week. Now, let's take a look at the numbers for Walgreens. First of all, before we do that, Walgreens has been around for over 100 years. Over 100 years. They consistently increase their dividends, okay? They're in almost every major city in the United States, okay? So they're everywhere, all right? It's not as if you've never heard of Walgreens. I could rattle off some companies and you just think, who the hell are they? What do they do? We all know what Walgreens is. Okay, and as the what do you call it? The largest generation is now on life support, so to speak, the boomers and then the Gen Xers. Okay, we need our medication. Not me, I don't take any medication at all. But they just got bought out. Well, it must have been pretty soon because I didn't hear about it. We'll take a look at that. Hold on a second. I didn't hear that Walgreens got bought out. Hey, old dog, buy a close covered call before expiration day. Do you buy a close covered? Yes, I do. Okay, now somebody just mentioned that Walgreens just got bought out. So that is interesting. WBA. Whoops, WBA. Walgreens. All right, so I'm going to go here and I want to check out the news on Walgreens. Okay, just for the fun of it, you know. You got a lot of bot accounts. Yes, I do. There are a lot of people pretending to be me. All right, so here we go. We're looking at some news for Walgreens. Okay, Walgreens Alliance keeps quarterly dividend at 25 cents a share, payable June, blah, 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 blah. Peering into Walgreens Boots Alliance short interest. No, Morgan Stanley adjusts price target Walgreens, okay, from 16 to 20. Cool. So you have, I don't see a buyout. Walgreens Boots Alliance quarterly dividend. Walgreens Boots Alliance declares quarterly dividend. Press release, okay. Morgan Stanley Walgreens expands pharmacy. Wait a minute. Walgreens expands specialty pharmacy business to include gene and cell service. Okay. Earlier report, Walgreens launches new gene and cell therapy services, expands special. Okay. Walgreens launches. I don't see anything about a buyout. Okay. DoorDash and Walgreens launch unprecedented access to SNAP customers. Cool. Now Walgreens is going to do door-to-door, what do you call it? drug delivery. Did you hear that one, honey? Walgreens and DoorDash to SNAP customers. Those are people in the projects and on welfare.
Yeah.
All righty. It's only $17.75. What's your average cost? I don't have any Walgreens at the moment. Okay, I'm out of Walgreens. The Walgreens doesn't have its dividend until we're actually going to look at Walgreens next week. Must have been mistaken. Okay, yes, I'm looking at all the news. Okay, and it says that it gives their dividend at 25 cents a share. Okay, which is more than 1%. That's great, and that's coming up in 3 weeks. Okay. So Walgreens we're actually going to look at next week. All in good with Walgreens. Okay, so let me get out of here. Let's get out of there. Let's go back into here. Let's go back and look at the numbers. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers and see if it's a good contender coming up. Because I got no problem whatsoever buying Walgreens. Okay, here we are a year ago. The high, here's the low. Here's where it was a year ago. Here's where it is now. Okay, now we already know it's been in business for over 100 years. We already know that, they got their dividend coming up.
Having a senior moment.
Having a senior moment. Thank you, honey. Always here to help. Thank you. She likes to pick on me. She goes by. All right. For those guys who don't know, I'm sitting on my couch, got my big screen TV behind me, and I got 5 cameras going at once. It's kind of funny. I bought some other company. Oh, love to hike. Can't help you out with that one. My trading professor said something about them merging, something he wants to buy them to. Okay. For your portfolio, do you hold them or buy them in before the ex-dividend, then sell? All right, Blackie McGee, you're new here. Sit, chill for a little bit. It's all going to make sense in a little bit because I'm about to go over some numbers and you'll be able to see. My goodness, drug delivery. Uh-oh. People over here on Instagram are happy about that.
I already do it.
Yes, I know. That's what the wife does. She does drug delivery for a private pharmacy. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in getting your drugs delivered, you can have them delivered. Do you like trading? I only do it for about an hour or 2 a day. That's about it. Oh, nice. Must not been listening. Sounds promising. Well, think about it. You got the Gen Xers are in their 60s. Okay. The baby boomers are in their 70s and 80s. Okay. We need Walgreens in Canada. Well, maybe you do. Ooh, someone's asking me what I think about crypto. No, I don't do crypto at all. Okay, crypto's like the wild, wild west, and I'm a freaking pansy. Okay, I don't gamble with my money. Okay, I like my money to be safe, secure, predictable, and consistent. Would you buy Walgreens even though it hasn't had up in 2 days in a row? Okay, Doc, we're going to take a look at that in a couple of seconds. Just give me a few. Friday was an up day for Walgreens. So let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, so I like the 1-year chart. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, there's where it is. She's coming down from the year. Okay, when else do you have a chance to buy a good company at the bottom? Thoughts on PLTR? We're going to take a look at that in a second. PLTR. Well, not a second, a little bit later, because you guys rattle off stocks all night long, and I can look at them one at a time. Have you transitioned over to Charles Schwab from TD? Yes, on a couple of accounts. No, on a couple of accounts. Okay, so I think I got like 4 accounts on TD, I think. On Schwab. Anyway, let's get down to the numbers, all right? Let's take a look at the chart, see what happens. All right, a year ago was the high of the year, 35.46. Okay, finished out the year at 26.32. Last 90 days, the last 3 months. We'll look at the 27th of January, 27th. There we go. All right, the 27th was a Saturday. Okay, so 90 days ago, we opened up at 23.17. The 90-day high, check it out. The 90-day high, the 90-day bottom. All right? Now, slow transition to the downside, drops down, a little bit of recovery, gaps down, it keeps on dropping. I want to read off the bottom because I want you to see exactly what the bottom looks like. All right, 30 days ago, okay, 30 days ago. Now, guys, this is where it comes important on how to read charts. Okay, this is going to be very important. You ready? 30 days ago, we opened up at 2030. Okay, the high of the year, high of the 30-day period. High of the 30-day period, 2205. Okay, you got all your profit taken, you got all the scared money running away. Now, she drops down, a little bit of a bounce, drops down again, and check this out going sideways. Okay, I'm going to read off a bunch of the numbers, and you let me know if you think this is the bottom. Because a bottom is where people think it's not worth it, and it just keeps on going down, down, down. Now, on the 15th, 1754. The 16th, 1754. The 17th, 1753. The 18th, 1751. The 19th, 1756. That's 5 days in a row. It didn't drop below 1750. Okay? Thursday, 1753. Friday, 1749. Okay, so it finally broke through, 1749. Check a look. 1749, 53, 53, 50, whatever. 1750. 6 days within the last 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7 days. What's the ticker? WBA. That's Walgreens. Okay? So WBA, which is Walgreens. 7 out of the last 10 trading days didn't drop below 1750. There's your support. You want to see support? It's screaming support right there, 1750. And Friday was a green day. Okay, I love green days. If Monday's a green day, perfect time to jump in. Now, let's take a look at the seasonality chart just to get an idea how this thing moves predictably this time of year. Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, this is what we're looking at. Okay, Blackie McGee, even the 52-week low, it hasn't gone below. You're absolutely right. Roscoe, can you look at IBM and ITC? We looked at those yesterday. IBM, whoops, and INTC. Okay, so we're going to ask the question. Mara, M-A-R-M-A-R-A. Now, we do have someone in our trading group named Mara, and I wonder if she's here tonight. I haven't heard from her in a while. Okay, she joined the group, and I don't hear from her that much, which is kind of strange. All right, so that being said, Trinket, how does one find out what the banks are selling and buying? Give them a call. I don't know. Why are we concerned with what the banks are buying and selling? Why buy when the stock, it's been going up and down? Up, no down. Okay, wait a second. Walter. Okay, Walter, I don't understand that one. Why buy when the stock, why buy the stock? It's going up and down. Thanks. Okay, Walter, basically, I buy a good quality stock that has increased dividends. That's it. Good increased dividends. Number one, Walgreens has been in business for over 100 years. Number two, Walgreens is in almost every major city in the United States. Okay, we all heard of them. Okay, they just announced that they're offering DoorDash to pharmaceuticals. Okay, you can get your pharmaceuticals delivered to your home now through Walgreens. Awesome. Okay, number three is I like looking at the numbers. When you look at, hold on, let's bring this back. Okay, the 52-week bottom, 7 days out of 10, it doesn't drop below 750. Yes, but would it be nice to buying it when it is down cheap? Walter, okay, again, 7 days out of the last 10, it didn't drop. Okay, bottom, 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 bottom. 7 out of 10, it's not dropping below 750. If it was going to drop below 1750, it would have. Okay, it's basically, there's your support, 1750, and it's going for 1775, which is higher than the year bottom. You get the year bottom, the 90-day bottom, the 30-day bottom. Okay, all three in a row. And what does it do for the next couple? Hey, look, we got someone else over here on Instagram. Hey, Instagram, volume picking up over there. Okay, so we also look at the seasonality. Okay, what does it normally do this year? Well, normally this time of year, it basically goes flat. Okay, see here? from the end of April to the middle of May. Okay, this represents what it normally does over a 10-year period. Flat. I love flat. That's awesome. Awesome for covered calls and spreads. Why? Well, for covered calls and spreads, I don't want the stock to move at all. Okay, ticky-tacky. It's bottom for Walgreens. Stack up on its week ago. Yep. You got it at 17. Nice, Walter. Do you follow the midstreams like West? No, I don't. They've been on run the last couple of months. No, I only go by the dividend dates. Okay, now Walgreens has its dividend coming up in the next couple of weeks. Perfect time to jump in before the dividend. Why? Well, I get to collect a premium, and then a dividend. Target, Seth, throw that at me. TGT. Okay, TGT. All right, wrote TGT down. We'll take a look at it. All right, 21,3500 Sierra diesel, 50,000 miles. Should I tune delete? Okay, definitely wrong question there, Robert. Starbuckies. S-Bucks. CC and Apache. CC and Apache. APA. All right, so let's finish up with Walgreens first. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on Walgreens. All right, I love the fact that it's at a yearly low. Drew, you want to look at Apple? All right, we'll take a look at Apple. Hold on. Okay, as I said before, Walgreens at $17.75. I can sell the 18s for 18 cents. That is 1%. You wanted to see 1%? There you go. Walgreens, 1% trade. Wes pays out soon. WES. I never even heard WES. TDOC. Yeah, that's going to be a no. I can tell just by looking at it. Now, I like Walgreens. So I'm putting Walgreens on my list, and I'm going to circle it. WBA. Okay, WBA is circled. That means it's contender for Monday. All right, next on our list, AEO from last night, AEO. AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. Nice. We're going to say no to them. Why? Even though I already own it, but I'm going to say no to buying it. Okay, look at the big jump. Thursday and Friday. A jump that size usually screaming, come take profits, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Even though I do own it, because I will sell some more premiums against the position I already have, but I probably won't buy any more. Okay, NVDY, no. TSLY, no. APLY, no. Yeah, but those are monthlies. I don't do monthlies. Okay, Umar, Bath, California. Okay, I don't do monthlies because they just don't pay enough. Walmart, Seth, come on, you were here last night. You know we did Walmart last night. Okay, it's not as if the stock market was open today. Okay, the numbers from last night going to be the exact same as the numbers from tonight, Seth. All right, so that being said, 24.65 to 25s, yeah, not going for 1%. Home Depot, you missed it, Seth, dude. Home Depot is a no, because Home Depot's premiums are horrible. Sorry. NVDY paid 20 cents this month. Yeah, Omar, I get that. But it's a monthly stock. Okay, that means they have options monthly. They don't have weekly options. Okay, the strategy is dividend stocks that have increased for 20 years or more. Okay, 20 years or more, increased dividends. 2, they got to have weekly options. Mark Sherman, Wavy Baby Bone. What the heck kind of a name? What do you look at when you buy? I look at when they pay their dividend. Okay, I like dividend stocks because worst case scenario, I'm getting a higher rate of return every single year. You buy a stock, you collect a dividend, they increase it every single year. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 1%. International Paper, IP. International Paper, you say, huh? I'll write it down. We'll take a gander at it. Okay, it'll be a while to get to it because see the list? Okay, the list is right about here. I got all these to go first. Fast as a no. It's a monthly. Thoughts on MO? Altria. I like Altria. We looked at Altria last night. Okay. I used to work for International Paper. Horrible company. Slave shop. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. All right. So, American Eagle Outfitters. Nope. Look at the numbers. Numbers don't work. And look at the profit that they took. Okay. Getting ready for profit taking on Monday. Question above. All right. You have to let me know that again. Your resonance. Pfizer, huh? Resonance. Where is it? Okay, your residence. I can't see the question you're talking about. I need to see last night's show. Well, believe it or not, if you want to see last night's show, it is on YouTube. Okay, over on the YouTube channel. Hold on a second. Okay, up here. Okay, Dividend Stock Talk. Okay, you go up here where my profile is, that little picture there. You click on that. That will take you to this page right here. Okay, which is the10minutetrader.com. You go to the10minutetrader.com and you come to YouTube channel. Okay, these are all the social media: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, blah blah blah, all that kind of nice stuff. Another one over here on Instagram. Yay! All right, so live right there. You hit the live button. Okay, this is tonight. These top two are for tonight. Here's from yesterday. Okay, day before. Okay, these are all the broadcasts from the past couple of weeks. Okay, every single broadcast is YouTube, is broadcast on YouTube. So you can take a look at each and every one of them. 11 days ago, 10 days ago, 9 days ago, 8 days ago, 7 days ago, 6 days ago, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days. They're all right there. All available on YouTube. You want to see last night's episode? Right there. All right, let's get out of there. All right, let's go back to what we were doing right here. All right, so AEO's a no, and across that went on. BBY. I'll be your dividend, Jay. Hey, Rocky the Realtor. Does a company have to be a public to buy a... Wait a minute. Does a company have to be public to buy a dividend? Wow, you're really new. Not saying, hey, landscape exec, how you doing? Okay, so here's the thing. 86. Oh, my husband's a fan. As a Leafs fan, we're sitting in the dark. All right, wavy baby bone. Okay, there are only two different types of companies. Okay, companies share profits via dividends, or companies that don't share profits. They put the money back into the company. So yeah, the company has to be a public company in order to pay out a dividend. And we don't buy dividends. We buy the stock in order to collect the dividend. Because a dividend is the investor. When you buy, like we're the buyers and sellers, we buy the stock, we sell the stock. When we buy the stock, we're entitled to a portion of the company's profits. And the way they pay us those profits is through dividends. Okay. Went with VOO. Robinhood isn't fun to use. Your strategy. Yeah, not fun, but it still works. You know, because they don't let options expire. They make you buy them back. I mean, they will buy them back for you if you just leave it alone. But I don't like that because then they fill it whatever they want to fill it at. I like Thinkorswim. Okay. Because they allow the options to expire worthless. All right, I got a question above. No, I don't see the question above. What do I think about crypto? No, don't do crypto. Sorry. You waved at me. Yep. How you doing? I don't see any other questions over here. Okay, yeah, so it's hard to follow questions over here on Instagram because they don't go that easily. You went with VOO. Now we're going to take a look at VOO in a little bit, and I'll tell you why it's a no. Because apparently when I say no, people just don't agree with me. Really? You think Robinhood is too hard? I need to get better at Thinkorswim. Well, Rocky, what you got to do is loosen up the wallet, join the club, and walk you through all the trades. It's really very simple. I only know how to use Robinhood. Uh-oh. Oops. Well, it's really not that difficult. One thing I didn't like about Thinkorswim at first. When you first sign in, it's really confusing and complex. Okay, so you join the group in the mornings, and I'll do a private, one-on-one call, and I'll show you exactly how to set it up, just like I set it up. I set it up so it's easy and it works for me for this strategy. International Paper is good. They bought us paper from my family. Okay, what's the best platform to buy dividends? It's different for everyone. Okay, I have 6 different accounts. Most of them are on Thinkorswim, and I have one on Robinhood. Can you explain options expire worthless on Thinkorswim? Yeah, hold on a second. Do you read your comments on YouTube? Yes, I do. For the most part, I do. But for the past couple of weeks, I've been writing book number 14. 14? Yeah, book number 14. Why don't you put 2 to 5% of your portfolio into Bitcoin? Well, Your Eminence, Your Residence, Bitcoin is not legal tender. I cannot go to Dunkin' Donuts and buy a coffee with Bitcoin. So at this moment in time, it's a no. You're going to get any Whirlpool? No, but we'll look at Whirlpool, because Whirlpool's not on the list this week. WHR. Okay? Now, as I was saying, we said no to AEL. Oh, Hormel. Hormel was from, wait a minute, wait. We're on BBY. Somebody asked about BBY. BBY. Okay, 75. The 75 is going for a 120. Ooh, cool. Like it. Okay, so let's take a good look. First thing I want to take a look at is the ask price. Hold on, let's move this over a little bit. Okay, 75.44 is what I can buy it for. Okay, the 75 to go for 118. I subtract 44 from that, and it's going to be a no. Okay, not quite 1%. Okay, sorry. Not quite 1% for BBY. MJN, never heard of it. Yeah, no options. Sorry, champ. James Johnson. Sorry about that. Champ, how you doing? Nice to see you back again. I've only known one person named Champ. He lived in Waterbury, I think right around Waterbury, Connecticut, like 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, no. Sorry, dude. If it doesn't have dividends, I don't look at it. Plain and simple. Not a problem. Okay. Next on the list, Hormel, HRL. Ooh, dividend king, 50 years of increased dividends, 32, 35, 32, 35, 50s. No, it's a no. The numbers just don't work. Look at it. 35.55 to 35.55 is only 25 cents. Yep, no, sorry. Sorry, Rocky. Look at the numbers. 35.55 and the 35.50s are only going for 25 cents. That's a 0.5%. Trick of the day. Thoughts on Cornerstone. CRF CLM. CRF CLM. All right, we'll take a look at it. You're new here. Any take on my quarter? I'll take my quarter. Thank you. Okay, not a problem. QYLD is a no. Sorry, Richard. That was Hormel. No. All right, Emerson. Emerson Electric, another 100-year-old company. EMR. 109. Take a look at the 110. Fascinating football fan. How you doing? The 110s. Oh, bummer. And I like Emerson. I bought Emerson earlier this year. Look, 110.64. The 110s are going for 105. That's like 0.8%. Hello from New York, UPS. Let me look at UPS already. 147, the 148s. Ooh, nice. For the new people, can you briefly describe your trading philosophy? Ooh, okay, you ready for this? All right. My trading philosophy came from my 9-year-old daughter. 9 years old. 9 years old. Cute as a button. Okay. Had to be simple. Okay. Had to be safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. That's my philosophy. Okay. 5 criteria. 5 rules. Ready? Never buy something you do not want to hold long term, because you just might have to. Never sell at a loss. Kind of defeats the purpose. Must have 20 years or more of increased dividends. If stock goes down, I want to continuously get more and more money. Got to have weekly options. I want to have weekly cash flow. And the numbers got to work. Okay, the numbers got to work. You got to understand that one. Thanks, Jen. Google just announced their first ever dividend. Not necessarily so. It would be Google's second dividend, because they already paid a dividend the first quarter. Okay, we're in the second quarter, which means it would be their second dividend, which means I'll be looking at Google in 19 and a half years. FIX. Tricks of the day. Do you trade inside IRA or regular account? No, actually, my account is in a corporate account. The corporation owns it. So I pay corporate taxes over and above anything I may have to offset any losses. So the losses of the corporation offset the gains, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Does it make sense? Jen, thank you. Okay. So UPS, quickly. 147.99. Okay, it's pretty easy to see. The 148s are coming up next. The 148s are going for 156. There you go, a 1% trade. Okay, the numbers work. Now let's look at the charts. Well, before we do that, let's find out, when do they pay their dividend? UPS. Oh, check it out. All right, it hasn't posted yet. But usually the second week of May. Okay, second week of May. Okay, great. That's a contender for next week. All right, so let's go back here. UPS. Now, let's take a look at the numbers. What do I mean by the numbers? Not just these numbers here. I want to make sure the chart's okay, too. Okay, what's the high of the year? What's the low of the year? Where was it a year ago, and where is it now? Okay, so I like it because I don't want to buy at the high, and I don't really want to buy at the low. Does that let you carry losses over to the next year bigger than 3,000, like regular account would? You trade stop. No, I don't do trade stops. What signals the start of an investment from big money in the stock market? All right, Mr. T, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. What signals the start of an investment from big money in the stock market? That I don't really know what you mean by that. Seriously, I don't. My account doesn't come close to being considered as big money. So that's a different ballgame for me. No, and I don't do trade stops. I don't do stops. I don't. Okay, because it goes back to rule number 1. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. And then rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Those 2 right there, good to go. All right, so as I was saying, I want to take a look at the charts. First thing I want to see, what's the high? What's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? Okay, that's the 1-year chart. Now I want to look at the numbers. We opened up a year ago, 172.76. The high of the year was 189.35. The bottom of the year, which is the end of October, 133.68. Finished out the year at 157. The last 90 days, here we go. 90 days ago today, we were at the 90-day high. Check it out, 90-day high. Here's the bottom. Go back up, pull back down. I like the way it looks. I like the way the 90-day looks, okay? So 90 days ago, 161.35. It bottomed out about a week later on the 5th of February at 138.90. What is the best stocks to buy now? I'm just joining the live video. Ooh, crypto, dude. Couldn't tell you that, okay? But I can tell you, considering you're new here, sit back, relax, see if it makes sense. That's rule number 1. Does it make sense? How are you tying options to dividends? Are you dividend harvesting and hedging with options? That's pretty close to what I'm doing. I'm buying a good quality dividend stock just before the EX date. I'm selling off a covered call against it 2 weeks prior in order to catch the artificial run-up before the dividend. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, the 90-day bottom was on the 5th, and that was 138.90. Okay, the last 30 days. Yep. Oh, ticket ALC. All right, we'll take a look at ALC. Hold on. Let me write it down. ALC. All right, we'll get to it in a little bit. I mean, I got a lot to go through. Okay, I got a big list. So you might have to wait a little bit on that one. CRH, Doug, I never heard of that one. CRH. Okay, so UPS is, I think, next week, 2 weeks. Check, thanks, huge company. All right, we'll get to it. Hold on. All right, 30 days ago. Okay, 30 days ago. Here's your high. Here's your low. We bounce up, and look where we are. I like where it is right now for the 30-day. All right, 30 days ago, we opened up at 144.39, topped off on the 4th of April at 154.29. Okay, here's your high. What do you have after 30-day high? You're going to have your 30-day bottom. There it is. Okay, your 30-day bottom was on the 17th, and that was 141.35. Okay, from the 131.35, she went up a little bit of a pullback, and now we have 2 green days right here, Thursday and Friday. 2 green days. I love two green days in a row. It makes me want to jump in and sing hallelujah. Okay, wait a minute. Seasonality. What is seasonality? Okay, the blue line represents the movement this year. The red line represents 10 years average movement. 10 years average movement. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, so on and so forth. Okay, 10 years worth of data. This is the average movement. I want to take a look at this area right here. End of April, beginning of May. Take my cursor right there, click, drag, there we go. So for the next 2 weeks, there's week 1 and there's week 2. So for the next 2 weeks, very slight to the downside. Sorry. That's historical performance. That would make me want to wait until Monday to see what happens. Okay, we wait and see what happens on Monday because the trend does supersede the seasonality. Okay, so at this moment in time, we're at 147.59. The 140, sorry, so I can buy it at 147.99. The very closest, the closest strike price to this is 148. Okay, and the 148 is going for $1.56. I see 148, $1.56. That's more than 1%. So what is it exactly? Let's find out. Clear that, $1.56. I'm going to divide it by the purchase price, $147.99, and it comes to a grand total of 1.05% for the week. So here's the question. Do you like UPS? Okay, do you like it enough to say, all right, I like it, I want to buy it, I want to hold it? But if it goes above 148 come Friday, you're back into cash on Monday with the 1.05%. That's how I get my 1% per week. Trades like this. Do I like UPS? Yeah, I like UPS. Okay, if it's on my list, I like it. Okay, I only have about 150 stocks on my list. I can't buy all 150 at once. So every week I'll buy like 5 or 6. And I'll collect 1% from each one of those, and that's 1% per week. And then the next week I will rotate it. I'll buy a different 5. And then I'll rotate it, and then I'll rotate it. And I'll keep rotating it every week to get that safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. All right, that being said, I like UPS. All right, next on the list. Let's see if we can go through these a little bit quicker. Emerson, we didn't like Emerson. VBS. Who came up with VBS? VBS. Van Camp. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Yeah, I can't find that symbol. Or just keep them. Yeah, but Mandy, here's the question. I mean, here's just a thought. Okay, Mandy, stocks go up, stocks go down. Okay, the stock is bouncing off of a 30-day bottom, going to the upside. What happens when it gets to a 30-day high? it's going to stop, turn around, and go back down again. Okay, you only make money when you sell something. So if you're collecting 1% per week, 1% per week comes to over 50% per year. Why would I want to hold on to it? Andy Rain, so you are looking for a premium and the stock gets called away. Exactly. Is that why strikes is so close? That's exactly why it is. Can you talk about what to do when you sell a stock? Do you just reinvest? Taxes, put it into a Roth. Okay. 11-teen, interesting name, but 11-teen, what we're looking at is trying to get a tax strategist in here to help you guys out. Okay, I'm in talks with a tax strategist to see if we can come up with some kind of a collaboration where we can both help each other out. Okay, because she helps people with their taxes, okay, and I help people with their money, so it kind of works out in favor, but I'm trying to get her here. Okay, so if you're worried about taxes, you're asking the wrong person the wrong question. That's kind of like going to a Rolls-Royce dealer here. Going to a Rolls-Royce dealer and asking what kind of gas miles the car gets. Okay, if you got to ask, you're doing something wrong somewhere. All right. So hopefully, Mandy, so sell went high, just some of it. Mandy, the idea is you buy a good quality stock, one that you want to hold for a long period of time. Okay? If it goes up and hits your target, the target, well, I should say my target is 1% per week. If it hits my 1% per week, I say, thank you very much. I'll see you again in 90 days. Because each one of these stocks I look at, see all the green dots? Those are all the stocks I look at. Okay, this week it'll be 5 or 10. Next week it'll be 5 or 10. I only have to pick 2 or 3 every week. And I keep getting that 1% every single week. Okay, I don't like holding stocks because they go up, they go down. Joseph Johnson, how many weeks do you buy before the EX date? 2 weeks. Good question. 2 weeks before the EX date. That allows the stock to move up and for me to collect my 1%. I collect my 1%. I say thank you very much. I will see you again in 90 days. How's it going? Well, I don't think I took I took a loss this week. It wasn't a big one. It was like maybe 20, 30 bucks. But I didn't lose money on the position. Okay, what was it again exactly? Hold on a second. Monitor AEO. Okay, now I have 1,900 shares of AEO. I had 2,000 shares of AEO, but I had to buy some of the options back on Friday. So in order to buy the options back, I had to sell off 100 shares. I sold 100 shares. I lost about 20 bucks. How's it going? I was negative for a week or two. Jonathan, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what your account looks like. I don't know what you're holding, and I don't know what you're doing. Okay, so I can't really help you out unless, like, you're part of my morning trading group and I can actually see everything you're doing and I can guide you through. Just my opinion. Not that I'm giving you advice, it's just my opinion. Sorry, I'm new here, but can you see a scenario of a market crash? Of course. The market crashes every decade. You look from 1900 to where we are to now, every decade the market crashes. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. But here's the thing. Okay, the market has increased 10% per year over that 100-year period. Why do you need to buy shares back? It wasn't the shares, it was the options. When was the last crash? The last crash was in 2021, wasn't it, for the pandemic? Okay, don't you remember the pandemic 2, 3 years ago? Everything dropped. Okay, yes, no, that ring a bell? Okay, so during the pandemic, everything crashed. 2017 was the last real PB. I have no idea. Oh, pullback. Okay, that works. 2020. And I thought it was in 2021. March 2021 was the bottom of the pullback. Okay, you'll see on a bunch of charts. I wonder if it's on UPS. March, no, right there, March 2021. Okay, thank you. Squirrel, back to examples. Yep, all right, 86. Kyle, you're new here. How much USD do you actually need to invest to become a 5-year millionaire? You need to be a billionaire If you want to be a millionaire in 5 years, you need to start out with $1 billion. Sorry, dude, I couldn't tell you because I don't know who you are. I don't know what your strategy is. I don't know what your risk parameters are. I don't know anything about you, so I can't give you advice like that. Before 18 was 17, correct? Yep, correct. 17, 18, 1708, yep, so forth. I like dividend stocks. What do you think? I love dividend stocks. That's all I do nowadays. What is the white swan in finance? You mean a black? I know what a black swan is, but I don't know what a white swan is. Well, the white swan could be a gap up. A black swan, it could be a gap up. Also, all depends on which side you're on. Okay, there's a winner in every trade. It just depends which side you're on. All right, that was UPS. Next on the list, U.S. Steel. All right, I'm gonna make this a little quicker. I'm gonna find out when the dividends are, see if they're a contender. Ooh, take a look at that. Next week, U.S. Steel. Let's take a look at it. Not next week, but the week after. All right, U.S. Steel. We all know who U.S. Steel is, and do not tell me you don't know who U.S. Steel is. Okay? Isn't that a green swan? Jonathan, it all depends on which side you're on. Okay? I seen gap ups where I'm on the wrong side of the fence and called a black swan event. That's something that happens that you can't plan for. It just freaking happens. Okay, I had hold on. Target last year. I had Target at 135. I took Target from 135 all the way down to 102. Okay, by the time it got to 110, okay, I was selling the 115s. I was selling the 115s when the stock was at 110. That's 5 strikes out of the money. Black Swan event, that stock jumped 16 points, and I lost, I think it was 12,000 or 15,000 that week. I don't know U.S. Steel. How could you? Oh, Jen, you're in Canada. Doesn't count. You're in Canada, so it's probably Canadian Steel. But here in the U.S., U.S. Steel was owned by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie was one of the richest men in the world back in the early 1900s. He owned U.S. Steel. That being said, let's take a look at how long do you have to own the stock to collect a dividend. 2 days. I love your vids. I think YTSL has pretty good dividends. All right, Mike. Okay, if that's what you like, great. I'll just let you know that YTSL is not on my list because it doesn't pay weekly options, which means with YTSL, I'd get a check once a month. And that doesn't work for me. I like a check once a week. Okay, so you're getting 12 checks a year. I'm getting 52. Okay, now I didn't go to college, but I do know, I do know that 52 is better than 12. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but if YTSL works for you and you're happy with it, stay with it. Okay? I'm not telling anyone what to do. I just give my opinions. Okay? My opinions are basically worthless. Okay? I do suggest everybody do your own research. And while I'm on that topic, just be aware, all you hear, there are 22 people pretending to be me. 22. So if you get a text message, a DM or something saying that, hey, I got a great deal for you, send me some money. Yeah, no, that ain't me. Okay? What I tell all you people, if you want to talk to me, send me your phone number. I will actually pick up the phone and call you. Okay? Do not send me money. Don't. No matter what I say. Oh, I got a great deal for you. You got to jump in this now. No, it ain't me. MO is Altria. And it is on the list. See the list? Here's the list. Altria is on the list. We'll get to it. Okay, so far as I know, I think it was three or four people got swindled out of money by someone pretending to be me. People send me info for you every day. Well, just to let you know, if you actually want to talk to me, send me a number. I'll give you a call. PMT, never heard of them. PMT. I will take a look at PMT, but I'm just telling you, I've never heard of them. Okay, now we're on U.S. Steel. Okay, which stocks do you recommend for weekly dividends? All right, Mike, you need to chill. Okay, you're new here. Okay, with a comment like that, I know you're new here. No stocks pay weekly dividends. I buy dividend stocks, and I sell covered calls against them using a weekly option. It's the weekly option that gives me weekly cash flow using dividend stocks. All right, hopefully that cleared up a little bit, Mike. But While we're at that, let's take a look at U.S. Steel. Right at the moment, U.S. Steel is at 37.83. The closest one is going to be the 38, and the 38 is going for 50 cents. Now, number one, U.S. Steel used to be owned by Carnegie, okay? That's giving me 1%. I like U.S. Steel. The numbers look good. Now let's take a look at the chart to see if the chart is okay. Okay, just because the numbers look good doesn't mean the charts are okay. Whoops, wrong way. Gotta go this way. A year ago, U.S. Steel was at 23.52. I turned 40,300, lost it all in a day, and now I can't stop spending paycheck on gambling advice. Wow. All right. Sit and chill, dude. If it makes sense, do it. If it doesn't make sense, I can't help you out. All right. That being said, 23.71 a year ago. It bottomed out back in June last year at $20.40. It went sideways for a bit, and in mid-August, she gaps up. Nice increase all the way to the middle of December, gaps up again towards the end of December, and the high of the year is 50.20. Okay, finished up the year at 48.35 the last 90 days. Okay, so 90 days ago today was the 90-day high. Went sideways, dropped down, went sideways again. Let's continue to take a look, because this is screaming, buy me, buy me, buy me. Okay, wait till we get to the 30-day, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, 90 days ago, 3 months ago, was the 90-day high, 48.41. Basically goes sideways for a bit, and then on the 13th of March, drops down. Drops down from 46.89 all the way down to 36. That's a $10 drop. On a $48 stock, that is an 18% drop. Somewhere around 18% drop. In 2 days. 2 days dropped almost 20%. That's freaking crazy. All right. Let's look at the last 30 days. I think you're going to like the last 30 days. Trading and investing is an educated decision. Yep. Gambling is a skill that can be mastered. Yep. Good for you. Okay, so what do you think about QYLD? No. Sorry. QYLD is an ETF, and it doesn't give weekly options, which I'm looking for a weekly paycheck. QYLD is great for monthlies if you want to collect a monthly check. And again, when I said earlier, monthly checks are great, but you're only going to get 12 of them. Okay? Weekly checks, 52. I would like to get 52 checks rather than 12. Do you have a video covering the investment thesis? Yes, I do. What stock is this? This is X, not X, but U.S. Steel. Okay, not Twitter, but U.S. Steel. Okay, the last 30 days, here we are. Go sideways, and here's the big drop. What do we have after the big drop? Well, let's check it out. You ready? 30 days ago, we're at 40.86. 40.86, 30 days ago. Well, sideways, we got a triple top. Check out the triple top right here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to read them to you. You ready? 42.66, 42.63, 42.58. Okay, there's your triple top right there. What happens after the 30-day triple top? Shoots on down here, and here's your 30-day bottom. Was Thursday. I'm sorry, but I joined late. You were saying Walgreens, a green light for next week. That's not what I said. I said I'm going to take a look at Walgreens on Monday. Okay, John. Okay, Wade, we're looking at U.S. Steel. Okay, 30-day, look at this right here, 30-day triple top. Falls on down. Thursday was the bottom of the 30 days. And the bottom, okay, 2 days to the upside. Thursday and Friday, both up. That makes U.S. Steel a perfect candidate for Monday. Now I'm going to X, and I'm going to circle that bad boy. Now, excuse me, let's take a look at seasonality. What does this stock normally do this time of year? Normally this time of year, okay, the blue line represents this year. This represents 10 years with data. I want to take a look at the 2 weeks. Okay, the 26th right here, 1 week, 2 weeks could take me into, what are we looking at? 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks from now would be, all right, the 3rd and then the 10th. The 10th. Okay, so the 3rd is Friday and the 10th is 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. Here we go. Basically sideways. When you circle. Paco, you want to look at ExxonMobil? XOM. Yep, I did circle U.S. Steel because let's continue taking a look. So I like the seasonality. I liked all 4 charts. Did you see them? Hey, check it out. 30-day triple top falls down to a 30-day bottom, turns around 2 green days in a row. Okay. How good is Ford? How good is Ford? Well, we'll take a look at Ford also. Hold on. Hold tight. Hold on a minute before we go much further. Okay, we got this list here to finish, and then we just started right here at the top. And we'll get there. Do you only look at technicals or also fundamentals? All right, NDZ. I do look at fundamentals. Okay, now. All right, no Ogaza. We already looked at Intel. Sorry, you're a little late to the party. Okay, NDZ. Okay, just to get you caught up to speed. In order for a stock to make my list, okay, here's my list right here, okay, based on the calendar when they pay their dividend. I take a look at each and every individual stock, okay. If it qualifies as, ooh, I like that stock, I want to buy it, I put it on my list. Then my list goes into the calendar to tell me when to buy it. At that point, I don't look at the fundamentals anymore because the fundamentals is what got it onto my list. Now it's on the list, it just tells me where in the rotation is it. Okay, so I buy it before the EX date. Going back to your 5 requirements back in 08, how do you know for certain? Oh, well, my 5 requirements. Basically, don't ever buy something you don't want to own long term. That is pretty standard. If you don't like it and it doesn't make sense, don't buy it. Number 2, don't ever sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose. 20 years of increased dividends. If the stock goes down, I'm still getting higher dividends every year. Okay, what was next? Weekly options. Oh, weekly options, because I want to get weekly paycheck and make sure the numbers work. So it works even then. Okay. Stag and TMUS. Ooh, TMUS is on Warren Buffett's list. Nobody's done that one for a while. T-Mobile. Stag. That's probably going to be a no because I'm pretty sure Stag is a monthly. Do you buy before the EX date, then sell immediately following the announcement? Nope. I buy 2 weeks before the EX date. Okay, I buy on a Monday. I always do my buyings on a Monday because it gives me the most rate of return of value when I'm selling the option. I buy the stock. I sell the option. That's called a covered call. That way I'm covered. It's one of the safest strategies out there for weekly cash flow because I'm buying the stock and I'm buying it before the EX date. See all these little green dots? Those are all EX dates of all the company, of some of the companies on my list. I'll take a look at the week. Okay, so I'll give you, for instance, the first week of May, Intel, U.S. Steel, Siri, Wells Fargo, and Walmart. That's the first week on this list. Okay, next week, IBM, PPG, British Petroleum, Emerson, Pfizer, Starbucks, Visa, Apple, Kroger, and UPS. Name one of those companies I just rattled off that you've never heard of. One of them. It would probably be PPG because it's not that big of a company. Well, it's a big company, but it's not widely known. I mean, you know who Intel is. You know U.S. Steel. Okay, you know Siri. You know Wells Fargo, Walmart, Apple, Kroger, UPS, Visa. You might not know Kroger depending on where you live. Up here in the Northeast, there aren't any Krogers up here in the Northeast. I would chuck. But yeah, okay, that's funny. Great job, done 90 minutes. Hey, 90 minutes has gone by already. All right, that being said, let's get back to the numbers for U.S. Steel. Okay, 37.83, the 38s are going for 50 cents a share. Let's see how much money that was going to bring on Monday. Okay, so if I'm earning 50 cents a share, and it's costing me $37.83. So you buy the stock and sell the put. No, No. I went to 10-minute trader and found no way to join. All right, user 29, 13, 70, 96, blah, 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 blah. Okay, wait a second. So you buy, hold on. All right, Andy Rain. So you buy the call. No, I don't. I don't buy calls. I sell calls. A covered call is, let me go back a little bit. A covered call means you're covered. It means you don't have very much risk. Okay, you buy the stock. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, and you'll see if you understand this. Okay, let me finish up here for a second. I'm going to get to these questions in a little bit. All right, so if I buy US Steel first thing Monday morning, I will buy US Steel at $37.83. $37.83. That is buying the stock. Okay. Then simultaneously, I will sell the option for someone to buy it from me. Almost the exact same price, $37.83. I'm going to sell a strike price of $38. What does that mean? That means I'm selling, which is basically getting a non-refundable deposit, to give someone the opportunity to buy it from me at $38. Almost the same amount of money I paid for it. What are they giving me? Well, they are giving me 50 cents per share. Now, the 50 cents per share goes into my account immediately, and I can spend that the very same day I get it because it's cash. It has nothing to do with the stock other than it ties the stock up until Friday. So if the stock is above 38 by Friday, by the end of business on Friday, which is 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon, if it is above 38, the 38 strike price that I'm selling, whoever bought it from me will buy that stock at 38. And then come Monday, I'll be back in cash and I'll do it all over again. However, first thing Monday morning, I will collect 50 cents a share. And I'm going to do a trade right here. So if you have a chance to look at this, okay, this screen right here is live on YouTube. Okay, The 10-Minute Trader on YouTube. And it's live right now. So you can actually see all these numbers. I don't know if you can see the numbers on your phone or your tablet or your iPad or whatever you're watching it on. Okay, because some of you people are watching on your phone, some watching on your watch, some watching on, I have no idea, excuse me, how you're watching it. But it's live on YouTube, which means you can sit in front of your big screen TV and go to Comcast or Xfinity or whatever you look at and do streaming YouTube video and watch it on your big screen TV. I think it's pretty nuts. They're giving me my own TV channel. Anyway, so I can collect 50 cents a share. What is it costing me? It still costs me $37.38 per share. Okay, so I take the 50 cents per share that I'm making, and I divide it by the purchase price, 37.83, because that's the purchase price at the moment, the bid and the ask. The ask is the purchase price for Monday morning. That's going to give me a grand total of 1.32%. That's over 1%. Okay, you want to know how I make 1% per week? Here you go. US Steel. Great company. It's been around for over 100 years. Dale Carnegie created it. Okay, so you're saying you can't find it. Ooh, let's actually make a trade. All right, so I'm going to change this where it says single, okay, and I'm going to go to covered stock. So a covered stock trade is actually buying stock and selling the option at the exact same time. Okay, so 37.83, see the number right there? It hasn't changed. Where the hell is it? Right there, 37.83. The closest strike price is the 38 right there. And I'm going to go over to the 38, and I'm going to buy the 38. Okay, 37.33. Okay, it automatically fills to 10, which means I'm buying 1,000 shares and I'm selling 10 contracts. Okay, if I want to change it, I can change it to 500 shares. I buy 500 shares and sell 5 contracts. Same thing. Now, I want to do it at the market limit because I want it to fill instantaneously. I'm going to hit confirm and send. Okay, now I'm going to read it to you. Now, I really suggest everybody reads these out loud because you're not just reading it, but you're reading it and you're hearing it at the same time. Okay, see if it makes sense. So I'm going to buy 5 covered X, which means 5 covered calls on X, which is US Steel. 100s, those are the weeklies. Okay, 3 May 24. That is this coming up Friday. Okay, the 38 call for US Steel at the market to open to open. What does that mean, to open to open? Well, I'm opening up a stock trade. Okay, I'm buying the US Steel 500 shares. I'm also opening up an option trade. I am selling 5 contracts against the 500 shares I just bought. So you have to have 100 shares in order to do one contract. So 500 shares equals 5 contracts. Now, let's go down just a little bit. Okay, right over here. Let's check the numbers. Okay, my break even is $36.81. Okay, my maximum profit is $595. So I'm going to take my calculator. My maximum profit is, let's clear this out of the way, $595. What is it costing me to make that trade? $18,405. Okay, divide that by $18,405. Okay, that gives me a grand total of 3.2%. Right there, see the calculator? 3.2%. You want to know how I do 1% per week? Here you go. This trade right here is 3.2%. But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Do I like US Steel? Do I want to buy and own US Steel for the long term? Because it might go down, and if it goes down, you're going to get a higher dividend. Okay, yay. But if it goes down, you can always sell another covered call next week, and then the next week, and then the next week. Okay, that's why I tell people, if this appeals to you, join the morning trading group. We trade every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, we're jumping at 3 o'clock because we want to make sure everyone's trades on Friday are profitable. If not profitable, how do we set them up for next week? And we can't answer the questions on Friday until Friday actually gets here. But on Monday, we go over, and we're going to take a look at X on Friday, on Monday. As soon as the market opens, if she opens green, I'm in. That's me. You need to ask yourself the same question, and you need to do your own research. Now, I gave you the numbers. I showed you how the trade was. Okay, I'm not telling you to do the trade. I'm telling you to do your own research. Don't listen to me. What the hell do I know? I don't know shit. You really need to do your own research. But if you want to know how I do 1% per week, US Steel, it's been in business for over 100 years. It is at a 30-day bottom. Let's get out of this. Hold on. Get out of this. Get out of that. Get out of this. Get out of that. Okay. You got your 30-day high, triple high. 30-day triple high coming down. 30-day bottom on Thursday. Thursday was an up day. Friday was an up day. If it was going to go lower, it would have gone lower. Okay, you and I, we are the buyers and the sellers. We decide how low is too low. We decide how high is too high. The last 30 days, we didn't think it was worth more than $42.60. Because if we did think it was worth more, it would have went up. Because we decide how high is too high. And then we also decide how low is too low. At this point, you got people saying, wait a minute, this is US Steel. They got the dividend coming up. This is a good deal. So that's why Thursday and Friday were both up days. So here's the question. Do I like US Steel? Do I want to own it for a long period of time? Okay. Once you buy it, never sell it at a loss. Okay. If it goes down, you're getting higher and higher dividends because US Steel pays higher and higher dividends every single year. They've been in business for over 100 years. I really don't think they're going anywhere. Why? Well, because we need steel. Who makes most of the steel in the United States? US Steel. All right. That's my ranting on US Steel. I did write it down and I did circle it. So that means it's on my list for Monday. Okay. That being said, let's get back to the next stock. And I'm going to answer a couple of these questions. Okay, question number 1. So you buy the stock and sell the put. No, I don't do puts at all. Okay, I am one of those strange people where I like good karma. Selling a put is kind of encouraging the stock to go down. Yes, I know stocks go up, stocks go down. You can make more money with a burning building than you can trying to build one. All right, here's another analogy. You can burn a building down faster than you can build one. Okay, it means it goes up slower than it comes down. Or you can look at it this way. Bulls go up the stairs. Yeah, bulls go up the stairs, bears jump out the window. Okay, that's another way of looking at it. I don't do puts at all. Okay, so user 291370 blah blah blah. Up here in the top left corner, you see my little pretty face right there? It says dividends for weekly cash flow. You click on that, and that's going to bring you to the10minutetrader.com. Now, I've had this website for over 20 years, the10minutetrader.com. Okay? Video number 1 gives you a rough idea. Video number 2, another rough idea. This link right here, here's the link. Goes to my Patreon, where you sign up if you want to be a part of the morning crew. Okay, now we look every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, at 9:15, I'm thinking 9 a.m. because we're starting to get more and more people. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why? Well, because the market opens up at 9:30. We want to look at all the stocks that are coming up this week and then decide which ones do we like. Okay, I do my podcast. Come down a little bit further. See the podcast right here? Every single day, I do a podcast. Every single trading day. Okay? Very first part of each and every show every morning, I do my podcast. It takes 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes. I go through every stock that is up for consideration for the week. Okay? And I make my trades. After that, we can talk all day long if you want. Because this is all I do now. I'm retired, and I kind of enjoy this. Okay, but there's over 800 of these. Okay, I've been doing it for quite a while. Okay, you don't like that? You can always go back to the videos. Okay, I got videos. All right, the oldest. I got videos going all the way back 11 years. Okay, there's my daughter, the 10-minute trader. She's the one I taught how to trade. Okay, yep. Oh, look at 2013. 2013. Oh, here's the little princess. True. Okay, that's when she was 13. Okay, so that being said, let's get back to where we were. All right, some more of these questions. 86, thanks for that. Asked that question. Oh, I missed quite a bit, didn't I? Uh-oh. Which option did you look at in this example? Hey, cardiology guy. Cool beans. All right, the stock in this example is at 37.83. The strike price, the closest strike price, is 38. It's only, what, 17 cents off. Okay, Rocco, I sell puts also. Nothing wrong with that. This is essential, the same as if you think about it. Okay, now, some people like doing cash secured puts. Somebody just mentioned that. Cash secured put is almost the exact same thing as a covered call. What do I mean by that? A covered call, you buy the stock. Big chunk of money, and you collect a dividend or premium. Okay, cash secured put, you take a big chunk of money, put it aside, and you get a premium on it. Same thing. It just adds a little bit more confusion to it. So why don't I discuss cash secured puts here? Well, you got to go back to the original 5 criteria. It had to be simple. Okay? Now, my daughter, love her dearly. Oh, I already crossed out of it. My daughter, love her dearly, when she was 9 years old, it had to be simple. Okay? You can't skip over the number 1 criteria. It has to be simple. It has to be safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. Okay? You throw cash secured puts in there, and there's a whole bunch more stuff you could put in there that we adults would understand and comprehend. But she's 9 years old. It had to be simple. It had to be safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. Okay? So we got the 5 rules. Never buy something you don't want to hold. Never sell at a loss. 20 years or increased dividends. Weekly options, and make sure all the numbers and charts work. Okay? Please, don't make it more confusing than it is. I have 6 different accounts. I share 2 of them with you. This is the simplest and easiest. And this one can give you up to 50% or more per year. Up to 50% per year if you follow everything. Nucor Corporation produces the most steel in the U.S. as a steel company. Well, alrighty then. Nucor is on the list. Okay, don't get me wrong, it is. Although this strategy is not, it's not called away, he receives a dividend. Okay, that works. Thanks, 186, the premiums are lower on selling a call than selling a put. Yeah, you're right, Rocco. Okay, you're 100% right. However, doing a cash secured put, you're kind of hoping the stock goes down. And that's not the positive juju I like to have in my life. I like to have positive karma. I like watching movies that have happy endings. Sorry, I just like things on a happy level. I like things positive. Okay, I try. You get conscious decision. You wake up in the morning. Is it going to be a happy day or is it going to be a sad day? It's a conscious decision, and I like to be happy. And I like to be positive. I don't like puts because it gives me a bad feeling. That's just me. If it works for you, great, awesome. Tony does what? Good evening, Tony. Uh-oh, missed a couple questions. Rocco, no, you aren't. You're hoping the stock goes up when you sell a put. Yeah, I understand that. Stock goes up, point devalues. Yeah, I get that. Really, honestly, I do. But you're throwing in another step. Try explaining that to a 9-year-old. Okay, seriously. My 9-year-old had challenged enough time to do what I was trying to teach her. It had to be simple. Don't get me wrong. I love cash secured puts. I don't do them in this strategy. Okay, because if I did that, I'm gonna have to add other stuff to it. And the more stuff I add to it, they say too many chefs spoil the broth. Same thing. If I add too many steps, it's no longer simple. It's one step. Hi, honey. You sell stock insurance to suckers. Okay, I get it. Michael David Robertson. The DVN 2% on Friday, and next Friday, third expiration, 3 strikes, allowance received, cost basis 35 earnings on Wednesday. Okay, great. Rocco, I can't really help you out. Okay, if you want to add, cash secured puts on your strategy, fine. I just don't do it because I don't want to add another step. Nucor, NU looks well over 1%. All right, Jose, we'll write it down. NUE. Okay, so that's U.S. Steel. All right, we're done with that one. Johnson & Johnson's next. Tony does what? Earlier this year, every prediction was on point. I broke a rule and now can't seem to focus. Tony, I don't know what you're talking about. But earlier this year, every prediction was on point. I broke a rule and now can't seem to focus. Tony, you have to fill in the blanks a little bit. Trip, thoughts on covered call writing. I love covered call writings. But you got to do them at the right time with the right stocks, and the numbers got to work. Okay, right stocks at the right time, and the numbers got to work. Okay, all right. SpaceX moving forward. I have no idea. SpaceX is not on my list. All right, next one on the list is going to be Johnson & Johnson. I sold instead of waited. I don't know what that means, Tony. J&J. Okay, I need to see the whole equation. Trip, it's not exactly, that's exactly the strategy he does. Okay, you're right. J&J, here we go. Johnson & Johnson, 146. All right, I'm going to say no to Johnson & Johnson. 146.14 to 146 is going for 127, not 1%. Quick, done and over with. No to Johnson & Johnson. MED. Somebody want to take a look at MED. MED. Oh, here you go. MED. No. All right. Can you check TCPC? I purchased 1,200 shares. Can I sell covered calls? TCPC. Yeah, dude, sorry. You can sell covered calls, but you'd have to sell them for May 17th of May. See that? 17th of May? That's a monthly. I don't do monthlies, which means you can only get a covered call on that once a month. That's only 12 opportunities per year. That's why I like weeklies. Do you trade stocks? Dividend achievers? Yes, I do. One of the rules you mentioned earlier about when not to sell. Oh, sorry, Tony. Thoughts on Meta? Yeah, Meta doesn't pay dividends. Sorry, dude. Trip, that was for you. Sorry, doesn't pay dividends. Okay, so it's no to Johnson & Johnson. Ooh, Macy's. Now I just happen to have Macy's. I have a large portfolio of CEFs. They are awesome. Okay, that's good for you. Next on the list is Macy's. Macy's 1850. The 1850s are going for 22 cents. Siri. Tony does what? Tony, Siri, really? All right, Tony, we'll take a look at Siri in a little bit. All right, right now we're looking at Macy's, one of my favorites. Look at Macy's, 1851. The 1850s are going for 22 cents. That's way over 1%. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart, see what it looks like. Okay, a year ago, do you ever think of starting a fund using your approach strategy? All right, user 291370. Yes, I am preparing to do a fund. However, to do a fund, I need to have an established track record. So these right here are kind of like an established track record, but from here I can show investors my established track record, and then I can get some investors together to put some money together to do what is called an incubator fund. Now, an incubator fund has to run anywhere between 90 days, which is 3 months to 6 months, in order to find, and it has to be in a prime account. Okay, Thinkorswim is not a prime account. Okay, a prime account is someone with something like J.P. Morgan. Who else? There are a couple of really big companies that offer prime accounts. In a prime account, you need to have hundreds of thousands. Okay, now once you get the prime account done, all right, and then you do what's called an incubator fund. Okay, it's kind of like a stair step or kindergarten for hedge funds. Now, from there, I want to do what is called an IDF, which is an insurance dedicated fund. An insurance dedicated fund is guaranteed returns to people through life insurance policy. Life insurance policy with a big prepayment, what do they call it? Front loading of prepayment, which means you can get tax-free money, consistently growing, compounded tax-free in a separate account. Borrow that money back from that account to have here. So you can get over 100% per year using that strategy. Then the IDF would also be doing a separate one, which has to do with spreads and calendar spreads. Those make between 100 to 300% per year. So yeah, I am working on the fund thing. Now, for an incubator fund, I think it's like $6,000 to $7,000 just for the paperwork. For a hedge fund, it's like $60,000 for the paperwork. So I'm not ready to flush $60,000 down the tubes yet. So to answer your question, yeah, I'm in the process of working on the paperwork for the fund. Hopefully that measures it. JP Morgan app doesn't look as good as Schwab. I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay, I don't like either one of the apps. Okay, I like Robinhood. It's a simple app. It's right there on the phone. Everything is simple at the fingertips. Okay, so we're looking at Macy's. Okay, so as I said, Macy's, I can buy Macy's at 1851. I can sell the 1850s at 22 cents. I love Macy's. Okay, I've had Macy's. As a matter of fact, let's do a quick little check. Okay, we're going to do the count over here. Macy's week 1, Macy's week 2, Macy's week 3. What's about week 4? Macy's week 4. All right. Macy's week 5, Macy's week 6, Macy's week 7, Macy's week 8, Macy's week 9, Macy's week 10. All right, nope, I got rid of it week 10. And did I jump into it again? Yep, Macy's again, week 14, week 15 Macy's, week 16 Macy's. Ooh, okay, so you see, I like Macy's. I made a lot off of Macy's this year. So I think Macy's, Walgreens, Nordstrom's, and Kohl's, 4 of my big winners this year, and I'll continue to buy them. Why? Why do I continue to buy those companies? Whoops, wrong account. Because you're seeing it right here. 1851, 1850s are going for 22 cents. That's over 1%. Macy's has been in business for over 100 years. Very cool. Do you need any part-time help from a market knowledgeable person who's great with Excel? Sure, DM me. We can chat. Always looking for people to help out. Okay, well, I like the fact, I can just pick up the phone and call anybody on my list, and we can just talk stocks. Can I do that with my neighbor? No. Can I do that with my son-in-law? No. Can I do that with my daughter-in-law? No. Can I do that with my children? No. I like picking up the phone and having someone that I can talk to about stocks because this is what I like. Now, I don't do it. It doesn't consume me, but it's my retirement, and it kind of gives me something. It makes me feel like I'm contributing back to society. So when you get to my age and you retire, you say, wait a minute, I got all this knowledge, let me pass it on. Since you do 1 week, do you need previous Friday expire money or to be finalized before you go forward buying Monday? Correct. All right, that's a question that come up on Friday. How about Para? Ooh, new business, Boston. Para. I think Para's on the list. No, Mara is on the list. So we'll put Paramount on the list. And Paramount, I made a nice chunk off of Paramount. Okay, new business, Boston. I have no idea what that means. Boston's one of my favorite bands. More than a feeling, cause I'm living. All right, anyway. Macy's. Let's take a look at Macy's, get back on track. Old knowledge, new stock. All right, I'm not quite sure what you mean by old knowledge, new stock, Billy Heller. Because I need a stock symbol, and you're not giving me one. Love to hike, David Robinson. They are processed on Sunday, so your money is back. Macy's has doubled in price since November. Okay. Can you have a look at Costco, Cisco, and Costco? Okay. Job for a cowboy. Oh, I want to be a cowboy. We can see the history of Macy's. Can we see the history of Macy's? Yeah, hold on a second. Wait a minute, my history on my trades, Jen, or the history of the historical performance for Macy's? Have you ever done Forex? Yes, I have done Forex. I don't like sitting in front of the computer all day. No. Do you like Bank of America? Yes, I do. Okay. All right. Let's get back to what we're talking about. We're talking about Macy's. Let's stay on track. All right. Staying on track. 1843. I like Macy's. I like the price. Let's take a look at the charts. Okay, first thing I want to see, where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? Okay, that's what I want to see. New business. I am a new trader. How to learn more about the stock market. Hey, new business, my suggestion, hang, chill, watch what I'm doing, take notes. If you have any questions, ask. If it makes sense, come back every night. I'm here every night at 9 o'clock. Thanks, thank you, love to hike. Okay, new business, sit and absorb the information. Way to go, 86. I can really count on some of you guys with really good answers. Saves me a little bit of trouble. That way we can keep rolling through. All right, Michael David Robinson, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for. All right, we're still looking at Macy's. All right, let's stay focused. Okay, a year ago, Macy's was at 1630. Okay, bottomed out the year. We got a double bottom. Okay, October, the middle of October, and then again the middle of November at 1060, so in that area. Okay, we finished up the year at 2017. Kind of going sideways. Let's look at the last 90 days. There we go, 90 days ago. 90 days ago, we opened up at 1885. Okay, we bottomed out for the 90-day period on the 29th of January. Okay, and that was 1711. Topped out the year at 2211. Okay, 17 to 22. Okay, so the last 30 days, right? There we go. 30 days ago. All right, 30 days ago. High, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Where it was, where it is. Okay, it's at a bottom right now. But we're going to get to that in a second. Hold on. 30 days ago, we opened up at 1925. Okay, previous 30-day bottom, previous 30-day bottom was 1829. Previous 30-day bottom. 30-day high was on the 11th. Ooh, now a person over here on Instagram. How you doing over here on Instagram? There you go. Hello. Okay, so 30-day high. Here it is right here. See it? Okay, that was 2045. Down 3 days, up 3 days. Down 1 day, up 2 days. Down 2 days. Ooh, even gap down. Ooh, I love a gap down, especially here. Here, look, we have a new 30-day bottom. Okay, 30-day top here. Your 30-day bottom here, and a gap down. What happens when you see a gap down? Gaps have a tendency to fill. If it was going to go lower, it would have gone lower. Okay, so I like the gap down on Thursday. Friday was a green day. I love green days. So Monday, I'm going to write my Macy's down. Why? I already own it. But It's just a tradition. Write down and circle it for Monday. GGN, never heard of them. GGN. Okay, so let's finish up. Seasonality from Macy's. Ooh, wait a second. Didn't we take a look at Macy's and say we didn't want to be in it? Yep, here we go. All right, so here we are. The 3rd is 1 week, and then the 3rd and the 10th is 2 weeks. Okay, so that's pretty blatant, all right? But however, okay, it goes to the downside. Oh, well, I sent you some viewers from Wildfire Casino. They are tired of donated to Keno. Tony, way to go. Thoughts on Apple going into earnings? Okay, Trey. Focus my eyes. Apple's not huge on my list, okay? But it is because it's on Warren Buffett's list. Crispy Christian, what's your biggest investment? My biggest investment would be my knowledge. That's my biggest investment. My knowledge, what I've learned over the years. Do you think Meta is a good investment if you don't have a lot to work with? No. That you're asking my opinion. This is just my opinion. Okay? You need to figure out what works for you. Okay? Now, the reason why I say that is because Meta has just started to pay dividends. Okay? So, I don't look at anything unless it has 20 years or more of increased dividends. The best stock market books, that I couldn't answer either. But the one book I really liked that changed my life was Wall Street Money Machine by Wade Cook. How long have you been trading? Over 20 years. Can we see seasonality on JWN? Yep, Jen, we'll get to that one in a little bit. JWN. Okay, what time is it? Ooh, 11:17. We're almost done for the day. BYDDY, I'm going to say no, because I've never heard of BYDDY. And usually when they have that many letters, it usually means they're an ETF. BYDDY. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's finish up with Macy's. Now, I'm looking for Macy's to have a green day on Monday. How much have you made off of trading? Well, why dot? I make 1% per week on average. Some weeks more. I think 3 weeks this year I didn't make my 1%. Made 0.8, 0.85, 0.9, 0.9, 3 weeks. However, I'm still up over 24% since the beginning of the year. So 24% since the beginning of the year on week number 17. That averages out over 1% per week. Never negative, not this year, not yet. Okay, I haven't lost a single Y dot. Let's go back, take a look, just for you. I really want to learn trading. All right, Solomon King, you've been here for a couple of times. This is like maybe a 3rd or 4th time here. Okay, just keep coming back. Make sure it makes sense. Okay, so here's my accounts. All right, Y dot, this is for you. Okay, week number 1, here are the trades. Okay, 2.1%. Week number 2, here are the trades. Okay, 1.3%. Week number 3, here are the trades. 0.85. I mean, I just missed it just barely, like about $150. Okay, week 4, here are the trades. Week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10, all the way up to this week. Okay, the 10-minute trading. Right up here to the, what do you call it, my bio. Okay. Do you have a car? Oh, I have more than one car. I can't get a better view. Well, Solomon, up here in the bio, you'll see a little link, The 10-Minute Trader. You come down to The 10-Minute Trader, go to the YouTube channel, right? And then you hit The 10-Minute Trader right there, YouTube channel, and you hit live, okay? This one right here is live at this moment in time. Okay, didn't I just say that? See? Didn't I just say that? Yeah. Okay, so that one's live at this moment in time. Okay, so yeah, The 10-Minute Trader, YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's get back to the trading, okay? Okay, I can't get a better view. Yep. Do I have a car? Yes, I do. I actually had 12 cars at one point in time. Like, that was crazy. That was fun, though. I mean, I had these really nice cars parked out in my driveway. Not in my driveway, right on my lawn. I had a 49 Chevy. I had a 54 Olds Rocket 88. That was cool. A 69 Mustang. What else did I have? I had a old Ford. Forget, dude, do you sleep at 6 a.m. in Africa here? Cool. 80s. Yep, I'm an 80s dude. Is it good time to invest in AI? I don't do anything in AI. Sorry. How's Tesla looking? I don't do Tesla. Tesla does not pay dividends. So Tesla is a no for me. Okay. Miss Jen wanted to take a look at... oh, let's take a quick look at Macy's again. Okay, so let's say hypothetically I like Macy's, because I do like Macy's. Let's say I wanted to do Macy's at $18.50. Okay, Macy's at $18.50. Here we go. $18.50 right there. $18.29. Okay, confirm and send. All right, here's my trade right there. Buy 10 covered Macy's 100s. Those are the weeklies. 3 May 24. That is this coming Friday. $18.50 call on Macy's. That means I'm buying Macy's, the stock. I am selling the $18.50 contract. Okay, that means I'm buying it at $18.08 market order, a limit order to open to open. What does that mean? To open to open. That means I'm opening up a stock trade, buying 1,000 shares of Macy's. Okay, I'm opening up an option trade. I am selling 10 contracts. Do you listen to that band that's on your hoodie? No, I don't. Clean shirt, top of the pile. Sorry. How to sell covered calls without selling puts. I just showed you. Now, let's take out the calculator. What company pays dividends? Oh, my goodness, Madeira. There's a whole bunch of them. Selling the 18 put? No, I did not say that at all. I said I am buying the stock right here. This is a covered call. This trade right here. Okay, I am buying 10 covered positions, which means I am buying 1,000 shares of Macy's. Okay, I am selling 10 contracts against that position. Is Yahoo Finance a good site for information? Yeah, it's one I've been using for the past 20 years. So let's take out the calculator and see what kind of a trade this is. Okay, right here it says maximum profit, $420. Okay, $420. That's my maximum profit. What is it costing me? It's costing me $18,080. $18,080. It comes to a grand total of 2.3%. 2.3%. Now, if the stock is above $18.50 come Friday afternoon, I'm back into cash come Monday morning. That's ideal. That's what I like. You buying shares in the open market? Of course. Okay. Now, we're going to take a look at JWN, and that will be the last one of the evening. All right, Jen, we're going to take a look at JWN, and then we're going to look at some... Hold on, I'm going to take a break for a little bit. After we take a look at earnings coming. Yeah, Prince, I don't bother with earnings. I've seen positive earnings where stocks go down. I see negative earnings where stocks go up. Okay, JWN is going to be the last one. Our audience is dying down. JWN, Nordstrom. Okay, Jen, where are you in on this one? Okay, Nordstrom's a year ago, $15.29, tops out the year at $23.51, beginning of August. Bottoms out at $12.93 the beginning of December. Finishes up the year at $18.39. You're in at 2020. Your loyal ones are still here. Yep, 86. I see that. Easy Tool Talk. How can I send you my number and have you call me? All right, Easy Tool. Right up here in the bio. Take your little finger or whatever and just click on my face right here in the top left-hand corner. That will take you to my bio, which tells you all my information. Okay, and then you can send me a message there. What's the reason for buying Macy's? getting over 2% on a weekly basis from Macy's. That's my answer. Macy's has been in business for over 100 years. Okay, they're the dividend king, which means they increase their dividends consistently every single year for 5 decades. 5 decades, and it's at a bottom. Okay, when she's at a 30-day bottom coming off of a 30-day top, where do you think it's going to go next? And I'm only going to hold it for 5 days. Okay, buy it first thing Monday, hopefully be out of it by Friday. Hopefully. If not, I'll carry it to next week. I don't mind. I like Macy's. Okay, we're on Nordstrom's at the moment. The last 90 days, sorry, 3 months ago, 90 days. All-time low. Exactly. You want to buy at an all-time low, why not? The company's been in business for over 100 years. I mean, it's not as if you've never heard of Macy's. Would that change when the stores close? That I could not tell you. Hey, Joy Yang, where are you from? I'm from the Boston area. Okay, that's right, in New England. Everybody knows where Boston is. Okay, 90 days ago, 3 months ago, opened up at 1961, double top at 21.91. That was the end of February. From there, look at that, double bottom on the 18th and the 19th of March. And that was at 1682. Okay, she goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Look at that consistent movement. Love it. I love consistent movement. It makes it easier to know when to jump in and jump out. Thanks for letting us know. Hey, no, not a problem. All right, Jen, you said you were in at 2020, right? Or are you, Jen? Jen 2020. All right. All right, Jen, let's take a look. 30 days ago. All right, here's our 30-day high. Our 30-day bottom's here. Damn. Okay, we missed that big run-up, Jen. Okay, yeah. High's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Jen, I don't see it going up further. Wait, what is 2020? All right, Wade Dot. Follow the conversation. Jennifer Hornsborough, jumped in at Macy's at 2020. Okay, she's part of our morning trading group, so she wanted to see the seasonality on it. Okay, so see here, Jen? She goes up. Here's your 30-day high. 4 days to the downside. Goes back up. 5 days. Okay. Comes back down. Makes your 30-day bottom here. Okay, from the 30-day bottom here, she just continues to go up. Okay, this is an anomaly. I don't know why it went up all the way up to here. But here's where we are now. It doesn't look very promising for Monday. But JWN. Okay. Okay, Jen, for the next 2 weeks, here's your seasonality. It goes a little bit to the downside, just a little bit. Now, you're in it at 2020. Yeah, the 20s are going for 15, and the 2050s are going for 6. Ugh. Give you one of those, Jen. You ready? Ugh. Yeah, Jen, I don't see the 20s. I honestly don't see the 20s for next week. Look at the distance between here and here. Let's go from the bottom. Okay. 20s is right here. Okay. We're way down here at the moment. That's how I'm feeling about, whoa, see, we're on the same page. Is Tesla a good put? I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't even look at Tesla. Tesla is one of those stocks I don't even bother with. They don't pay dividends. All right, we're in the 60s. It's 11:30. I'm usually out at 11:30. You guys have a great night. I'll see you again tomorrow night.